Hey guys, well, it's been about 1 year since my last video, and unfortunately, not a lot of work has happened on the Z since that time. But there is a good reason for that, and as you can probably see, I've got a brand new garage. So the last year has pretty much been packing away all my tools, putting the cars into storage, knocking down the old shed, and getting this double garage built. And I also spent quite a bit of time decking the shed out. I built a couple of workbenches, I had to build storage racking. So I thought I'd give you a quick look at all the little jobs I've been doing over the last year. So let's check it out. Alright, well, as you can see, I did manage to do a little bit of work on the Z since the last video. I took it off the rotisserie and I put it on these dollies that I made so I can wheel it around the workshop. So now the task at hand is to go over all my previous metal work and fix all the pinholes in the sheet metal. I really need to do this because even if you bog over it, the Bondo isn't waterproof and it'll absorb moisture, and so all those little pinholes will trap the water and it can start rusting again. So you really need to go over your work and mig up all the pinholes. It's the only way to make sure it won't start rusting again. But apart from that, as you can see, I've decked out the shed with all my brand new racking and my two workbenches, which took the better half of 3 or 4 months to make. I've got the one on the left here, which is my heavy duty workbench, which is made out of some really thick C-channel, and that'll be the main bench I'll work off. And on the right, I have my bench that I've sunk my toolbox into. Now, I did all the framework for this myself, and a friend of mine did all the woodwork, which came out really nicely. And this is actually all the 50-year-old frame from the old garage as well, so we managed to save it and it come up really good. And lastly, we have my little potbelly stove. So I spent many hours with a wire brush and some stove polish restoring that. But now that's all done, we can give some much needed attention to the Datsun.
Inches later.
Alright, well, I ran into an issue when I was migging up a few of the pinholes. I actually blew through in a thin section of metal and ended up with a hole the size of a 10-cent piece. Now, I tried to chase the edge of the hole and build it all back up and mig it back together, but the metal was just too thin. Now, this is sitting above where I've done a previous repair, which was about there. And I blew out the metal around this section, so that's how much needed to be cut out to get rid of the bad material. So now I'm going to have to make a new patch for this section and re-weld it in. Alright, so the first thing we need to do is make a template of the hole we've cut out. So just some white paper and a dirty finger, and you should be able to trace around it. Failing that, use a couple of magnets, hold the paper onto the body, and just use the knife to cut around the profile of the hole. Alright. And now, just like that, we have our marking of the hole we've cut. So we'll, now we can cut this out, transfer it to some sheet metal, and weld it in.
Always knew a missing piece, waiting in the dark, like a quiet melody, that if I listened hard, I could hear the sound rising from the ground. Every moment until now, I was dying to change from a spark to a flame. I want fire, fire, burns bright, I'm fighting to reach it, but the higher, higher, I fly and fall into pieces inside. Even when it's hot, even when it's high, never gonna quit, never gonna stop. Fire, fire, tonight I'm lighting up the black sky. On the edge of giving up, letting go tonight. I have waited long enough. When I close my eyes, I can hear the sound rising from the ground. Wanna let it out, 'cause I'm starting to change from a spark to a flame. I want fire, fire, burns bright, I'm fighting to reach it, but the higher, higher, I fly and fall into pieces inside. Even when it's hot, even when it's high, never gonna quit, never gonna stop. Fire, fire, tonight I'm lighting up the black sky.
Alright, and here's the basic patch migged in. I'm gonna have to go around and knock back all the welds and then go over any pinholes I find, which there will be a few. And once I'm happy with how flush that is, I'll go from the back end and now I'll knock that little tab hard up against here and I'll plug weld those holes. Alright.
Oh, I can feel it burn, 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 but I won't go back again. Oh, I can feel it burn, 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 but I won't go back again. Sky.